I'm sorry, but what was going on with Karoline Leavitt the other day? Did you guys see that video when Trump was talking to the media and she was like right in between him and Mike Johnson in the background, probably thinking nobody was watching her. And she's over there doing one of these things and she was standing right next to a black officer and she's making this face at somebody like, get him away from me. And she kept darting her eyes over, looking at the other person, being like, get him away from me. And then eventually the officer moves slightly away to her left, a little farther away, because I think he was, like when somebody's talking about you, or it's like about you, or you think it's about you, like you kind of sense that, right? And I think that officer sensed that she didn't want him by her. Like, am I reading this wrong? Did I read too much into this? Because maybe something else was going on. I don't know. But it really looked like they are saying, you know what, I thought we did away with DEI. I thought we did away with black people, essentially, and it's all, our white supremacy has taken over, and how dare this man be in my presence as Karoline Leavitt. Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? That's what it looked like and felt like to me as she was looking off screen at somebody saying, get this monster away from me. Absolutely ridiculous, but this is what the Trump administration is, and this is what we're going to continue to see. It's not going to get better. It's going to get worse, because these people in the administration, just everyday Americans, feel more and more emboldened to be racist, say racist things, do racist things, feel their racist thoughts, and express them out into the open, because they think they are now untouchable because Donald Trump is the way he is, and Karoline Leavitt is just an extension of his arm. And for her to sit there and do that, if I read that correctly, and if other people have read that correctly, it's just another, I don't even know, disgusting at this point. It's just, what are you supposed to say? This is just what it is. It's so unfortunate this is where we are, that somebody's going to stand there and basically get this man away from me because I'm this little dainty white person and I'm afraid for my safety. But this is where we are right now in this country, and this is what this administration is doing. So did I get that wrong? Did I read into that wrong? What are your thoughts?
Oh my God, Karoline Leavitt not wanting to stand next to a black officer? They're not hiding it. They're not even hiding it anymore. Holy shit. I have no words. I have no words.
Why is the media not talking about this video of Karoline Leavitt, the White House press secretary, beckoning somebody to come over to have the African-American police officer move away from her? Why is the media not talking about this? I'm seeing it on social media, but I'm not seeing it in the media. Is this thing doctored? Maybe. Is this thing photoshopped? Maybe. Because the mainstream media should be covering this like no tomorrow. If this is 100% accurate, this really shows exactly what they stand for. It shows the truth of what they stand for.
Hey guys, welcome back again to my channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw this video. So I came across this on my FYP and I tend to share with you guys. People have been talking about Karoline Leavitt, okay, for a while now. So there's this incident where they had I think a press conference where Trump was talking to the media, and she came into the room. There was this black man who was standing like an officer, right? Who was just standing behind Trump. And all of a sudden, she started pointing towards this guy. And what happened next is very, very funny. Well, a lot of people have a lot to say concerning this, which I'm just going to let roll. Then we'll come back and talk more. Let me know what your thoughts are, guys, in the comment. Please go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. And don't forget to give the video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. Credit to all creators on this video. So let's go watch, then we'll come back with the commentary.
I don't know why people are so confused as to why Karoline Leavitt, I don't care how to pronounce her name correctly, why she didn't want to stand next to that black police officer. Why are y'all shocked? Why are y'all shocked that they're so blatantly racist now? Why are y'all shocked that you see a lot more Klansmen walking outside? Why are y'all so shocked seeing people say the N-word so much now? Because the Grand Wizard is in the White House. That's why they feel so confident doing what they do. And I still have not forgotten whenever David Duke, the Grand Wizard, during that time whenever Trump was first running for office, literally endorsed him. And he said he didn't even know him. But hate is not allowed in Trump America. Bro, wake up. I'm tired.
While we're still talking about Karoline Leavitt coming into a space where that black officer was already present and she had a problem with him and he backed away is the point I'm trying to make. He backed away because he sensed she was the type of crazy white woman who would accuse him of a crime that he didn't even commit just because he was a black man. Something like this.
Ow! My wrist! Oh, thief! There's a thief here! The only kill problem. Give me back my thing!
It's sad, but you know I'm right. You know I'm right. That's why that man backed away.
So by now, I'm sure most of you have seen the video of Karoline like side-eyeing the black officer. I believe this happened yesterday, and it looked like someone from behind the camera asked him to move away, and he did. And it's just, I have so many things to say, but I'm just going to keep this short. If everyone who sees that video can show her disgusting behavior by reposting, talk about it, I think she needs to be held accountable. Not like anything will happen to her. I mean, literally, she was hired to lie to the world and to spread hatred. She's just, you know, to me, a very pathetic, small woman who is kind of like the female version of Trump, only, I guess, a little bit younger. But what she did to that cop was so fucking rude that in turn, you know, and I want people to get along. I really do. But at this point, I just can't blame anyone for disliking anyone. Well, actually meaning like black people disliking white people, because I would too. Like, to me, she is mortifying and embarrasses me. The stupid look on her face. So, my advice to black people when you're near one of those like racist MAGAs, and usually you could tell, not always, but so they just have a very bad, evil energy. You do things like that to them. Look at them and make sure they see you, and then like step aside, or, you know, clutch your purse, or if you're, you know, a man and you don't have a purse, make sure you put your hand over your pocket. Turn it around on them. It's time. They're gross. She's gross. This administration is gross. And I would rather be around that lovely cop than any white MAGA Republican any day of the week. So just please, anyone who sees the video, just repost, because I want her to get questioned in her next press briefing. Okay, so to KK, Karoline, you really are an embarrassment to this country, just like every other MAGA and racist.
So I said I was an open-minded guy. I rewatched that video with Karoline Leavitt and the officer because some of y'all had me thinking maybe I was wrong. Some of y'all are saying like, no, it wasn't even that deep. They were just taking pictures. That man was in the shot. They didn't want him there, so they asked him to move. And I'm like, first of all, who's they? The only person I saw having a problem, even acknowledging that man's existence, was Karoline. And her face says it all. She was not acknowledging that man's presence in a kindly fashion. But sure, maybe she was just mad at the person she had to tell to ask that man to move because, you know, she couldn't speak to him directly herself. Also, if it really was about the photos, they have this thing that even Donald Trump himself uses, is known to use, has been seen using, which means it's good. It's right on the tip of my MS-13. Photoshop, that's right. They could have just photoshopped the officer out. So really, what was her problem?
A lot of people believe that she just didn't want that guy around her. Okay, that's why she was making that signs to find a way to remove that guy from there. One, he wasn't even moving around. So what could really be her problem in the first place? Why is she having so much problem with the guy being around her? Look at how gentle she is, that every other person is standing beside her, only for her to get closer to a black officer, and she's already pointing at him and, you know, trying to, I think maybe somebody actually told the officer from the other side, whoever she was pointing to, told him to move, because if you notice in that video, he had to move out a bit, right? Maybe just not to be in her back book or something. or just to respect himself, because of course he's serving the president for the day, so he had to really be in a good manner, right? But she was just literally pointing at this guy who was there before she came in, and for God's sake, he has not done anything at all. Some people said maybe they wanted to take a picture. Even if they wanted to take a picture, I think there's a way to go about it, and not the way she was literally pointing. I'm sure she didn't know somebody was capturing. There was a video on her, right? Maybe she didn't know, because this lady, I don't think she knows. Because if she had known, she might have just behaved very well on set instead of acting the way she did. You guys saw that later on she behaved and stood up. Okay, you could literally see the looks like something like a fear, like someone who was scared that the officer was standing next to her. She was not just comfortable, and she needed him to leave there as quick as possible. That's what her actions, says. Even though she had made a video previously talking about how there is no hatred in Trump's presidency and all that. But how come you are not the one acting it out, right? That's what everyone is trying to say in this video. Like, why are you not the one acting it out when you say there is no hatred in the presidency? How come you are not the one showcasing the hatred? Well, guys, let me know what you think in the comment. Let's have that conversation in the comment section. Please go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. And don't forget to give the video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. See, credit to all creators on this video. And I look forward to seeing you all on my next video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.